Yesterday, we talked about the importance of having a plan B. So today, our number 4 tip of the week is you have to assemble an amazing team and get a great coach. Right, Wallace?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Just to
And
kind of
not
relate this
only
into football, Whitney, I've always said, any NFL coach could be the best CEO in the country, right? They've got such a large team. They've got different departments and everything has to work efficient. Every part of that business has to really be on the same page, and communication is important as well.
well, and I think some people don't think of their team as being their affiliates, their lenders. Expand on that.
Yeah. So, it's important that the people that you're working with have a lot of communication, right? Like, I know that transactions and many of you in real estate know what I'm talking about, like the people from the finance side, the title side, the insurance side, like every portion of that matters, right? So you need people that support you, support your clients, and let your clients be educated on who these partners are. So that your clients are really assembling a team by using you, right? Like they're getting contractors that you've made relationships with. They're getting help from you to advise them on options in the community that work well. So your team is super important on that aspect.
And surround yourself with big thinkers and big doers, right? If you're always the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Would you agree?
Yeah, totally, totally. Whether that's the brokerage you're with, the broker that you're looking up to, or if you're on a team in real estate, there's so many different options out there for agents to choose from. Yet I would highly encourage you to be somewhere where the mark and the bar is set high, so you can be achieving that, learning what actions have worked, what didn't work. Have that support and accountability in your corner. I mean, that is wildly important. The accountability piece as well, for sure.
Hey, have you ever made a bad hire for your team?
Yeah.
Who hasn't?
Yeah, definitely. And there's two parts to that. I mean, I've made bad decisions. There's been not setting up the right expectations from the get-go. So maybe it wasn't a bad hire. It was a bad situation that didn't make sense. There's just been a lot there. And sometimes you hire people to fix situations that it doesn't take a person to fix. It just creates a bigger problem. There's a lot there. There's a lot there, Whitney.
Isn't there? Well, I love one of the things you said about, system is you have to standardize your hiring practices, right? What are they? I can't tell you how many times I've seen people want somebody. Oh, I just want somebody like this and like this. They've never even written it down. They go into interview people and they don't even have exactly what they're looking for. What's the criteria? And that can lead people astray. Another thing is get your team involved. If you're the leader of a team, regardless of how big, but your nuclear team, if you have 2 or 3 great conversations and meetings with this person, involve them. They're going to have to work with them too. And the third thing I would suggest, and I realized in the pandemic early on for 2 years, right? Nobody had time, but spend more time in the hiring practice. Do you think people rush through it, Wallace?
Yeah, absolutely. I, myself included, have done that before, and I'm probably still challenging to not. Yet hire slow, fire fast, as Gary talks about. Being sure to go through the entire process, not skipping steps, right? I mean, if you're not sure what that looks like, reach out to one of us. We can kind of walk you through what that process looks like. So just to kind of give you some advice, some help, because we've made the mistakes in hiring the wrong people, and we've made the right mistakes. I mean, the right hires as well. And we can kind of start to determine the difference,
Yeah. And look, speaking of Gary Keller, he has like 6 to 8 coaches, depending on what he's working in. Everyone has a certain field. If a billionaire has 6 or 8 coaches, I mean, I don't know. I think I should have 20.
You're right about that.
At least have one, right?
Definitely. I mean, when you're focusing on your one thing, your team around you becomes just even more and more important. And you never stop inspecting what you expect. So if you've got expectations set out, which should be done, it should be clear. It's not fair to the people that you bring into your world. They don't have the right expectations. Yet clarity is power. I'm using a lot of bold laws in here, if people know what those are. Yet inspect what you expect, because and continually time block for that. Do it on a weekly basis, daily basis at times, monthly basis, 30, 60, 90. There's all these different things that are set up just depending on the position. Yet you've got to be the one out there paying attention to it, looking into it, and being sure those things are met. And in a hiring process, you develop a 30, 60, 90 day out process from the get-go. I'm also affiliated with a company called Cyberbacker, which is, virtual admin. And the company actually develops 30, 60, 90s through you that are set up. So, in 30 days, okay, it's not working, exit out, start over, whatever, 60 days, this isn't working, right? So your expectations are set ahead of time. So, your time block to look back at those things and make sure they're right where they need to be. So I've taken a lot even from their process, which came from KW as well, but just to ensure that process is going smoothly 90 days out when you forget to look, because again, 3 months for us go by like 3 weeks. So,
Right. Or 3 days, some weeks.
yes, time goes by.
It absolutely does. Okay, so I hope number 4 helped you all. You have to assemble a great team and have great coaching. Tomorrow, we're going to tackle number 5 in how the Super Bowl can help improve your business, things that they do. And the 5th one tomorrow that we're going to go into a deeper dive on is how to build raving fans and have your own cheerleaders.
Yeah, absolutely. You should be your client should be a walking billboard for you.
Absolutely. Well, it's great seeing you. See you tomorrow.